Welcome to today's webinar, Annuities 101. This is part 3 of the 7-part series on annuity basics. Today we're going to discuss how fixed annuities work and who they're right for. What is a fixed annuity? Think of a fixed annuity like a bank CD with a few distinctions. Fixed annuities are also different than many of the other types of annuities in the sense that they do not typically have an income feature. So let's look at the important features of a fixed annuity. I want to keep the comparison to a bank CD so that you have a frame of reference. Just like a CD, you invest in a fixed annuity with a one-time deposit. Fixed annuities are issued by insurance companies, and the interest rate will be fixed, but will typically be 1 to 2% higher than you would expect in a CD. If a bank is offering a 5-year CD with a 1% interest rate, you could probably expect 2 to 3% in a comparable fixed annuity. The length of the annuity contract is preset as well and will typically be 5 or 10 years in term. An important feature to understand with this type of annuity is the surrender charges, especially when you compare it to a CD. With a CD, you may only expect to be charged 3 to 6 months interest for a withdrawal, and it would never impact your principal. A fixed annuity will often charge 3 to 7% of your total account value, and this can come out of interest or principal. This concept is part of the reason the insurance company can offer higher interest rates than banks. However, there is usually a free withdrawal amount that you can take out each year and is not subject to the surrender charge. Fixed annuities are tax deferred. This means the interest you earn is only taxable when you withdraw the money, not every year like a bank CD. This is good for the tax efficiency. The drawback is that once your money is in a tax-deferred vehicle like a fixed annuity, it needs to stay there until retirement. Withdrawals before retirement age are subject to a 10% penalty in addition to the taxes you owe. A 30-year-old shouldn't put money in a fixed annuity for their next car purchase in 5 years. They would pay taxes and a penalty to use that money. But if you're 60, it can work well for that purpose. You would only pay the taxes when you withdraw the money in 5 years. There are many variations on the typical fixed annuity as I've described today. A common variation of a fixed annuity is a first-year bonus. Typically it's 1 to 4%. So instead of a 5-year fixed annuity that pays 3% per year, it may pay 5% in the first year and then 3% for the next 4 years. When you buy a fixed annuity, make sure you understand all of the unique features. Sometimes they have unintended consequences and you need to be aware of them ahead of time. We just covered the basic features of a fixed annuity. Now let's discuss who should consider them. Since a fixed annuity is most similar to a bank CD, those that like CDs may also like fixed annuities. They will pay more interest at a fixed interest rate, but there is a surrender charge for early withdrawals in excess of the free withdrawal amount, so be aware of that. Due to the deferred tax feature of fixed annuities, they work best for those who are already retired or for money that is earmarked for retirement. If you have plans to use the money before 59.5, fixed annuities may not be the best option. This holds true for withdrawals from most annuities, with only a handful of exceptions. Fixed annuities are not a good place for your emergency fund since the surrender charge could actually cause you to lose part of your principal. Money that is designated for use in unpredictable events, like an emergency, shouldn't be kept here. Let's recap. Fixed annuities are an attractive CD alternative due to the higher interest rate and the tax deferral of the interest earned. Along with these attractive features, the fixed annuity has limited access, with both surrender charges for early withdrawals and a 10% penalty on gains with withdrawals before 59.5. When you're considering the good and bad features of a fixed annuity, you can see that they can work for the right person, but the purpose must make sense within the limitations of this investment tool. Fixed annuities don't work well as an emergency fund or for those who plan to use the money pre-retirement. They do work well, however, with a defined need in the future or as a piece of a retirement plan. Next time, in Part 4, we will discuss variable annuities, how they work, and who they may be right for.